Have you ever been in a situation where you wanted to accomplish something and you had strong desire for that? However, you were not able to accomplish that because you got distracted, for example, by your phone, and eventually you were not able to control yourself to take action you had to. That's the biggest obstacle when it comes to discipline. Discipline is one of the most powerful things you can master as a human being in terms of, growing yourself to the direction you want. If you can control your actions and discipline yourself, it will be much more easier to make consistent progress and take action no matter what. So that's why in this video I go over 5 tips how to discipline yourself. Number 1, identify. What I mean by identifying is that identify your obstacles. Before we even talk about disciplining yourself and living a disciplined lifestyle, you have to identify what kind of things make you procrastinate, what kind of things make you less productive. Why are you not able to stay disciplined and why you're not able to take action on those things that would level up your life? You have to find ways to overcome your procrastination, because when we talk about discipline and in general being a disciplined person, it's going to be impossible to live disciplined lifestyle if you are not identifying the obstacles you have. So if you're constantly getting distracted by your phone, or you can't focus even for 15 minutes on a single task, that's a serious problem when it comes to being disciplined, because a disciplined person does the work that is important without distractions, focuses on what is important and relevant, and disciplined person never gets distracted by things that can be completed later. That's the first case you have to understand when it comes to being disciplined person, and when we talk about how to build discipline. Number 2, replace old habits. So when it comes to being disciplined and in general improving every aspect of your life, it is very important to have right habits, right? If you have poor habits and habits that in general have negative impact on your life in terms of making progress, ask yourself which habits are having negative effect on my life. When it comes to replacing old habits, especially the bad ones, it is very important that you find the right ways to eliminate them. You should not have bad habits in your life. If you can name immediately 3 bad habits that are having negative impact on your life, make sure to start working on them, because they will actually play a big role in your progress and in general how you make progress long term. The quicker you get rid of them, the better. That's the first step for you to replace your bad habits with good ones. Start prioritizing things that will have positive impact on your life. By doing that, little by little, you already start to see that you're becoming more disciplined, because you're prioritizing what is important to you and you're not wasting your time doing something that is completely irrelevant. Number 3, find your motivation. When we talk about discipline, yes, motivation is a crucial part of being disciplined, because usually motivation is the key that gets us going, right? And being motivated is great because it makes you more excited to try new things and to make bigger progress, push yourself outside your comfort zone, but you have to find your source of motivation. And here's the part you have to understand. Once you get to the level where you can get motivated instantly, that's the point where you actually don't even need the motivation anymore, because at that level your discipline should be high enough that even though when you are not feeling motivated and you feel that you're not having any desire to complete your important tasks, your disciplined lifestyle will control you, and you know that if you don't take action now, you won't be able to improve. And that's kind of the discipline that will actually make you stand out, and people will see that you're working on your important tasks and you're not just working on things based on your emotions and motivation. Motivation is crucial when it comes to taking action in the beginning, but once you start taking action more and more consistently, you start to develop habits like we mentioned in number 2, and because of that you'll be little by little able to establish a disciplined lifestyle, and you no longer have to search for motivation in order to take action, because you're disciplined enough to do that. Number 4, willpower. Put simply, this is one of the steps to become disciplined. When we talk about how to discipline yourself, it is important that you are interested in that aspect and you want to actually become a disciplined person. Your willpower also plays a crucial role in there. When you have that strong willpower and you want to learn and become a better version of yourself, that will help you insanely to commit to the process and work on it every day, and eventually it will lead to a point where you're able to stay disciplined, right? So that's the importance of willpower. If you have strong willpower, you have to use that to your advantage, because that will help you to discipline yourself faster. Before we go into number 5, if you're liking this video this far and you would like to see more of this type of content, make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more so you don't miss the newest uploads. Last tip, number 5, set strong boundaries. And to be honest, this is the most important in my opinion. When you set strong boundaries, first off, that's a thing disciplined persons do. Setting boundaries in terms of making progress and being disciplined says a lot about you. What I mean by this is that if you are a disciplined person and you set boundaries, so for example, as a disciplined person, your mindset would probably be that complete important work before enjoying your life. For example, watching a movie or going out. Your goal is to work on your important tasks first and make sure you make that daily improvement every day before you go and spend your time doing things you love. When you set this kind of strong boundary, it doesn't only help you to make progress every day, but it generally has positive impact on your life. So whatever you're doing, you know that you have to complete relevant things first that will help you to move forward in life, and then you can go and do the things you want. But guess what? What happens when you go and do the things you like that are not relevant in terms of making progress first? They can take a lot of time, and when you get back home, you are probably not motivated enough to work on your important things. And even though if you were disciplined enough and you still worked on them, the fact is that if you want to work on your important tasks, do them first because you're more productive, you can focus better, and in general it's just a better way to make sure you do the daily improvement. After all, those were the 5 tips how to discipline yourself, and if you found this helpful, make sure you like the video, tell in the comments that what are your thoughts on these, have you ever thought about these, and if you're interested in this type of content and especially motivation, make sure to watch this video next. The video is about motivation can be bad and what's the dark side of motivation. Thank you guys so much for watching, I really appreciate it. Feel free to suggest video ideas you would like to see. Live a disciplined lifestyle, and I'll see you in the next one.